Welcome to the RV Escape Pod, the journey of a van build in an LDV Deliver 9 long wheelbase. Today we're going to have a look at the Laveo Dry Flush toilet. Let's get into it. Today we're having a look at the Laveo Dry Flush. With the Laveo Dry Flush, it's quite unique. Once you flush, the waste is completely gone. You never have to see it or deal with it again. There's no smell, no plumbing, no water, hence the name Laveo Dry Flush. So when you flush the toilet, we'll put in some solids. Press the button. And you end up with a brand new bowl, completely hygienic. The previous waste is completely sealed off and you never have to deal with it again. So how the toilet works, there is a cassette that goes into the toilet, which is this black piece here. And on the cassette is 5 meters of mylar, a continuous mylar bag, about 5 meters. And basically every time you flush the toilet will spin the bag 4 or 5 times, and it will vacuum it and suck it down to the bottom to form a new toilet base. Now this toilet, it's been left for a couple of months to sit. It has solids, urine, number 1s, number 2s, no smell, no mess whatsoever, and that's after a few months of sitting without being used. So they're unique in that no water, no plumbing, no fans, no smells. The build of the toilet is really good. Nice solid toilet. They weigh about 12 kilos. It has a rechargeable battery built in that will give you about 300 flushes. Each cassette will give you about 15 flushes. Now there's Laveo have done something quite smart. You can extend those 15 flushes to the equivalent of at least 30 flushes. You do that by each time you do a solids waste, number 2, you flush. Each time you use it for urine only, in our experience, you can get easily 2 or 3 number 1s without flushing. So 2 or 3 number 1s and then a flush. They do that by what they call pea powder. It's a common ingredient. It's a powder that will gel liquid. So we'll put in about a teaspoon of the pea powder, 300 mils of water, and we will wait a very short period of time. And as you can see, that water has now turned into a gel. So, and it turns into a solid. And then you can flush. And so once you've flushed, again, perfectly hygienic, brand new bowl as the mylar bag gets vacuumed down for the next use. So each new cartridge, basically there's a red line will appear on the bag when it's time to change the cartridge, and then you just pop in another cartridge. Quite simple to do. So the Laveo Dry Flush, if you're looking for a toilet for sheer convenience, where you never have to deal, once you've flushed, you never have to deal with your waste again, that's where this toilet is unique compared to all the other toilets you can have a look at that are available. Obviously, a con to that is you have to carry the consumables. So as long as you don't mind carrying 3 or 4 spare cartridges in the back of the van, you might get a week. Depends if there's 1 or 2 people using it, whether you're using it full-time or part-time and using other toilets, but you know, you might get a week out of a cartridge depending on your use. Each cartridge is about $41 to $49. 15 flushes, but again, that's the equivalent of about 30 uses with the pea powder. So as long as you don't mind the consumables and you just want the absolute convenience of never having to deal with your waste, maybe have a look at the Laveo Dry Flush. The unit's completely portable, so no wiring, completely self-contained. It can go in a van, a shed, a spare bedroom. There's no smell. As I said, this has been left about 3/4 full for a couple of months just to see if there's any smells would develop, and there's absolutely no smell whatsoever. The toilet uses these cassettes and a 5-metre long continuous mylar bag. Each time you flush, the toilet will twist the bag around 4 or 5 times to seal it and vacuum the bag down to create a new toilet bowl. And each toilet bowl is brand new, completely sanitary and clean. You never have to clean the toilet other than just wiping down the lid as you would with any other toilet. But because each bowl seals off the waste and vacuums it down, there's nothing to clean aside from the toilet lid as you would with any toilet. When it does come time to change the cartridge, you simply pull the mylar bag off, and that was up to its last flush. As you can see, the bag was right at the end. You can throw this plastic cassette in the recyclable bin. And there's already a garbage bag. Is the first thing you put in is a garbage bag as a liner, and quite simply, that's it. Emptied and ready to put in a bin. So probably one of the cons to the Laveo Dry Flush, obviously the consumables, having to order and carry the consumables. The only other thing we noticed with the unit, if you've got a big pile of toilet paper sometimes in the middle, when the bag spins around and vacuums down, you can end up with like a bunny tail of toilet paper sticking up from the previous use. If that annoys you, you can just flush again to get a new bowl, but then you've wasted a flush. So that's about the only thing we noticed with the toilet. Every now and then, like the Laveo Dry Flush, no mess, no fuss, super easy to empty. There's no cleaning. Unlike pretty much all the other toilets, because your waste is completely locked away after each flush, the only thing you have to do is wipe down the toilet lid as you would with any toilet. There's nothing else to clean. So if you're after a mess-free toilet, fuss-free toilet, this certainly ticks all the boxes.